Yesterday, to my kids practicing, I had them listen, and Sarika said, "Oh no, I think she would have been happier if it was Isaac than Abraham." Put a whole new twist on this vessel that is so difficult. Abraham, according to the Zohar, Abraham had to get balanced. That's how the Zohar explains that very difficult idea about Abraham and Isaac. You know, Abraham almost sacrificing his son. What a horrible story. I mean, we read it every year and we say, "Oh, God, I don't want to tell this to children. This is a terrible story." But the Zohar says the reason for that whole story was because Abraham was pure chesed. He was pure love. He was pure mush. He was ready to fight for everybody. He was ready to overindulge, you see. And the Zohar says he needed to have this experience in his life of almost sacrificing his son, of kind of feeling the other side, the Elohim side, the Zohar calls it the judgment side of things, to balance him out, because he had to be whole. He had to be shalem, to know peace, to know shalom, to know peace. He had to be whole. He had to be balanced. This is about balance. It made me so sad. This woman came up to me. Again, she's been an active Jew her whole life. She says, "This is my problem." "What's your problem?" She said, "I can't believe in a God that would ask Abraham to offer his son, to sacrifice his son." So she'd been involved in Judaism all those years, and she was never got past the literalness of it. You know, that broke my heart. That made me so sad, because there's so much in that portion that's about conflict. It's about what we started with, Yisrael, struggling with God, figuring out how to make those choices, right? Doing that God wrestling. That's what it's about. It's not about the answer. It's about the struggling.
Yeah.
And boy, that story makes us struggle more than almost than anything.
Yeah.
That story gets to our, guts and makes us really struggle. So that we're ready when tough things happen in our lives. That we're ready for it. So we're ready to respond in holy ways. Our custom also to celebrate the wisdom of the Torah, understanding that, at least in the mystical tradition, we're taught that if we turn it over and over and we figure out really how to understand Torah, we will know the secrets that we need to doing our part to bringing peace to the world. And so every time we have the chance, we sing and dance and let everybody have a turn in that wants to in taking the Torah. And if you've never held the Torah before, you are especially invited to come and sing and dance with the Torah a little bit as we celebrate in the light of Torah. Which means some words that I'm sure you use. May God bless you and keep you safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, which means may God's love continue. Today we have this coming of age ceremony for both boys and girls, the bar or bat mitzvah. And what we ask of our young people is that they take on the responsibility of leading the congregation in prayer and teaching us Torah, being able to know enough Hebrew to read from the Torah, so that they're taking their place among the traditions of our people, to be able to not just observe, but participate as Jews.
On blessings, if you could start me out, because I always get the tunes mixed up.
Okay, let's start.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. That's not right.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam.
I don't care how many mistakes you make. It's just,
once you get up there. I mean, you'll be prepared and you'll know everything. But if you make a mistake, it's not a performance. It's okay. You know, I make lots of mistakes, as you know. Lots of them. It's just not about that in a service. It's about thinking about what you're doing and being able to lead the service and pray at the same time. Which sometimes it sets me up to make mistakes sometimes, because I'm not thinking about the performance, really. I'm thinking about where the prayers take me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's not so much about doing it right, you know, correctly. It's about caring about it, you know, feeling right.
You know, this is what has made playing the Kol Nidre for me so special. Susan has told me and convinced me that this is not about a performance. This is not about playing every note perfectly. This is about prayer.
It's so holy. When you did it that first year for your father, I mean, it opened up the heavens for every year to come.
So whatever faith, whatever tradition, whatever people each of us may come from, I hope that we all feel that we are able to participate with Seth in finding meaning in these prayers that are really mostly for peace, for wholeness, for a bit more serenity in our lives, in the lives of people that we love, and ultimately, prayers for peace for our entire planet. This is a time when our young people know how important and how serious these prayers are. Hearts get hardened, we know that. And Torah is trying to help us understand how this happens and also how we must respond to it when it happens to us. So it is a privilege to be able to call you to the Torah, that you share this tradition. Ya'amod, Abar Mitzvah, Abraham ben Reuben Vazisha Rachel. I love that name. Abar Mitzvah. Baruch Adonai Hamorah. Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed. Hoshianu Adonai Mimitzrayim Mibeit Avadim. We raise our arms over you, and in celebration of the fact that we know now that the good in us will win. Someday we'll look back at the pages of written history and we'll dance and we'll sing and we'll know, because of what you've been able to show us today, Seth, that the good that is within the hearts of humankind will have won. And then we will know peace. So we give you this blessing, knowing that we get a little bit of the blessing back every time we give it, so that you'll take it and share it with all the people whose lives you touch. We say, may God bless you and keep you safe. May God's presence always be with you and give you the greatest gift of all, the gift of shalom, the gift of peace in your own heart, Seth, in our homes, in our community, and God willing soon, for everyone's sake, let there be peace on this planet. And we say together, 1, 2, 3.